irresponsible acts taking place by many of the financial institutions that in fact received federal TARP money. I rise just to repeat a call that Senator Conrad and I made 6 weeks ago on the floor of the Senate. We created a piece of legislation known as the Financial Markets Commission, a commission patterned after the 9/11 Commission. A commission appointed 7 members, 2 by the President, 1 by the Speaker of the House, 1 by the Majority Leader of the Senate, 1 by the Minority Leader of the Senate, and 1 by the Minority Leader of the House, and then 1 by the Chairman of the Federal Reserve. 7 members given 360 days a year, empowered with a $3 million budget and subpoena powers to investigate every aspect of the financial collapse in the United States of America, whether it's insurance, investment bankers, mortgage bankers, individual managers like Mr. Madoff in New York, or anybody else. And to come back to the American people and come back to the President of the United States a year from now and tell us, to the best of their ability, in a forensic way, what happened. And if in the course of their investigation they find inappropriate activities, the requirement that they refer those to the Attorney General of the United States of America. Now, it's important that we do this for 4 reasons, and I'll go about them briefly. Number 1, it should be an independent panel that's fully funded and has subpoena powers, so there is no impediment to gather facts, find out the information, and make that report. That's number 1. Number 2, it should be created by the Congress, but this membership should be appointees who are experienced and knowledgeable in finance, banking, investment banking, and in the law. Not politicians, but professionals who know, just like we had on the 9/11 Commission 2 years ago. Third, there is no question that mistakes were made, but there's no question that some people took advantage of the system. And the public expects, I expect, and we should demand that where we find wrongdoing, that it's illuminated, it's pointed out, the individuals who did wrong are held accountable, and we restore some level of confidence in the oversight of our financial systems. And fourth, I think it's time that all of us recognize there's plenty of fault to go around. You could blame a hedge fund, you could blame a Madoff, you could blame an AIG, but we have to look in a mirror too as well. Second vote I ever passed in the Congress was the vote that effectively repealed Glass-Steagall, put in the Graham-Leach-Bliley bill. I thought it was good legislation. So did 99% of the House and the Senate. But in retrospect, by allowing the vertical integration of the financial system from insurance and mortgage banking to investment banking and regular banking, we blurred some of the lines that for so many years had protected the integrity of the financial system in America. And as a result of that, situations happened like AIG and like Citibank, where vertical integration beyond the original mission of the financial service of the company attracted more money, but it also attracted more greed, and it had no transparency. So I think it's critical at a time and place where we recognize we have had some significant problems, where the American people know it is going to take us time to recover, for us to have a forensic audit of the financial systems of the United States of America, the regulatory authorities, the legislative bodies, and any individuals who are part of it, so that we can learn from the mistakes that have been made, we can put in the transparency that is necessary to prevent it happening in the future, and we can restore the confidence of the American people in the American financial system. So I urge my colleagues to look at the Financial Markets Commission, to join Senator Conrad and myself as co-sponsors, and let's begin finding the answers that all of us seek and that the American public demands. And I yield back.